Hello everyone, it's Spurs Radio 96 here, and welcome to the third episode of the FIFA 19 Valencia Career Mode. We begin today's episode with La Liga Santander action here at the Estadio Mestalla. We will be hosting Real Betis. If you haven't checked out the last episode, I advise you do so, where we basically began the La Liga Santander campaign against Atletico Madrid here at the Mestalla before away trips to Espanyol and Levante, of course, one of our local rivals. As you can see by the league table, Real Betis are 5th with 5 points. Valencia are 11th, but only on 4 points, just 1 point behind Real Betis, so if we win, we will go above Real Betis. The players to watch today for Valencia, it's Gonzalo Guedes, no surprise there, and the other one is Gordine, is that how you say his name? I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm sure two talents to definitely watch for. Hopefully they can put on a show for the supporters here and the Mestalla away and home. So hopefully we can improve on last week's episode. We have a bit of a mixed bag where we had a draw against Atletico Madrid, a win away at Espanyol, but then a defeat away against one of our local rivals, Levante. And yet the fans hoping that we can maybe get our first 3 points here at the Mestalla and our first home win of the La Liga Santander campaign. As you can see from the lineup for Valencia, we will use the first team for it will be the third time, I think, third match out of 4 La Liga Santander games. For Real Betis, some familiar names. Joe Robles, once of Everton, is in goal. Now you can see the defence, the midfield as well. So 5-4-1 formation looks fairly defensive. There's Guajardo in there as well as Carvalho, and Leon complete the sole striker up top for Real Betis. On to the 14th, 15th minute. Valencia off to an encouraging start, taking the fight to Real Betis. Solis in space now after good pass from Condopia, and Alcacer somehow didn't score. It must have been a terrific save from Joel there, Real Betis' keeper. Let's have a look. Passed it to Alcacer and took the strike basically right at Joel Robles, which came off his knee. But Valencia have a corner coming up to the 16 and a half minutes played. Pereiro with the corner, but cleared away from Jacquin, one of the players to watch out for today. Pereiro gets it in again, but clears away from Guajardo. Guedes has got the ball on the outside of the box and takes a strike. What a wonderful goal from Gonzalo Guedes, his first goal of the season for Valencia, and what a cracker it is. Well, I said at the start of the episode, he was one of the players to watch, a player that can maybe put on a show, and that's exactly what he's done. A piece of magic from the young Portuguese international. So many similarity. I compare him to Cristiano Ronaldo in so many ways, and that just shows you why he is similar to Cristiano Ronaldo. A young Portuguese player wearing the white of Valencian colours compared to Ronaldo, who in the past wore the white of Real Madrid colours with the number 7 on his back. Gonzalo's got the number 7 on his back and has produced a cracker. Valencia 1, Real Betis 0 on the 32nd minute now. Valencia on the attack again. Guedes is in space. He's going to take a strike. Joel Robles parries it away, and Real Betis live to survive another day. And there goes the half-time whistle of the first half. What a good performance for Valencia. For sure, probably our best first half so far in this campaign. We've been creating many chances, really taking the fight to Real Betis, causing them lots of problems. Guedes with a beautiful strike out the box means it's Valencia 1, Real Betis 0 at the Mestalla. On to the second half highlights. Valencia trying to go from where they left off in the second half. Andre Gomez struck at the post and then came back to him with a header, but Joel Robles managed to get the ball on, and there goes the full-time whistle. It's our first 3 points here at the Mestalla in the Valencia Career Mode, and our first clean sheet as well at the Mestalla. A 1-0 win over Real Betis, which will surely lift us into the top 10, maybe close to the top 5, top 4, at least maybe the top 6. Yeah, we've created many chances in the first half. Gonzalo Guedes took one of them with a magical strike out the box to leave Valencia with a 1-0 win. Again, we're just having a similar problem at the moment. We're creating many chances, but we're just not quite taking them. So, yeah, a bit disappointed with the performance. Didn't turn into a better result, but, it's a home win, so we'll take it. It's finished Valencia 1, Real Betis 0. On to the second game of the episode, and a huge game as we will begin Valencia's UEFA Champions League campaign here at the Estadio Mestalla, and what a match it is against the Italian giants, one of the biggest clubs in the world no doubt, Juventus, and also the first time that Cristiano Ronaldo makes an appearance on Spanish soil since his £100 million move to Juventus. A terrific atmosphere here at the Estadio Mestalla, therefore Valencia's first Champions League action since 2015, nearly 2 seasons ago. So let's hear that iconic Champions League anthem here at the Mestalla. A wonderful atmosphere at the Mestalla for a wonderful occasion. The first Champions League Champions League match here at the Mestalla in nearly 3 years, and the Valencia supporters very pleased, I'm sure, to at last be hearing that Champions League anthem at the Mestalla. The fans hoping for a good match and a good performance. For Valencia, it will be the same lineup for the second time in this episode. It's important that we can get off to the best start possible in the Champions League. It's going to be tough because we not only we have Juventus to worry about in this group, but we also have Manchester United and the Swiss champions, young boys as well. So hopefully, this is going to be a tough match. Hopefully we can get 3 points, but it's going to be tough nonetheless. For Juventus, Wojciech Szczesny is in goal. For defence, consists of Decilo, Benita, Chiellini, the captain, and Alexandra. The midfield of Pjanic, Dybala, Matuidi, and look at the front three: Ronaldo and Costa, and the new boy Spinzella, whatever his name is, and Sergio Aguero is on the bench as well. On to the 13th minute now. Valencia off to an encouraging start, but have given the ball away through a Juventus free kick. Ronaldo's going to take it, and he's going to leave it in towards Costa. What a goal that is from Juventus. Wow. Douglas Costa, I think it was, who just did a phenomenal bicycle kick. And would you believe it, Juventus take the lead at the Mestalla Stadium coming up to 15 minutes. Ronaldo with the free kick. And what an assist that is from Ronaldo. But what a finish that is from Douglas Costa out the box, doing a bicycle kick. That is a phenomenal strike. I had a familiar free kick like that in one of my other FIFA 19 career modes, so you can go and check out my other career modes. I'm not sure which one it was in, which career mode it was in. I think it was in Spurs, I think, or Wolves, I'm not sure. But yeah, maybe they're a bit overpowered, these overhead kicks at the moment in FIFA 19. But it doesn't matter. For Juventus, they take the lead on 15 minutes. But we, on the 33rd minute, are trying to create chances here, trying to cause Juventus problems. Andre Gomez twists and turns, takes a strike. Oh, that wasn't far away. Oh, Andre Gomez, he knows that was a golden opportunity for Valencia to be level in the match. He created some beautiful space. He took the Juventus defence apart, but he just put it quite wide. On to the 43rd minute now. Juventus are on the attack. Kondogbia has got the ball and is charging at the Juventus defence. He's waiting for support, twists and turns. Alcazar's got the ball. This is his chance. Oh, but Szczesny powers the ball away, and the Juventus survive. Oh, what a shame. But the Valencia supporters not giving up, flying the flags and encouraging their team. But there goes the half-time whistle. How do I say this without swearing? Just really disappointed really. What a wonderful goal that was from Juventus' player Douglas Costa from a Cristiano Ronaldo free kick with the overhead bicycle kick. We took the fight to Juventus. We really should have been level. But sadly we're not. It's Valencia 0, Juventus 1. On to the second half highlights now. Dybala with a chance now in the 58th minute. Beautiful save from Nito, and Juventus starting to put some more authority in this match. Good strike from Dybala out in the box. And what a save it is from Nito. Brilliant save. It's probably the best save of the evening for Nito, and lending out his frustration at the Valencia supporters. But on the 17th minute now, Valencia, Ronaldo ironically is given the ball away, and Valencia can go forward here with Rodrigo passing it to Alcazar. Szczesny powers it away again, and it's going to be Valencia corner, but that corner sadly will prove no avail, I'm afraid to tell you. But Alcacer with another chance, and he doesn't take it. Has 2 chances he's had and hasn't taken it. On to the 75th minute now. Cuadrado leaves a long ball towards Alexandro. He's got support. Moments after Valencia have missed opportunity for the corner. Bashina off the post, and it goes in off Sami Khedira, the substitute. And that is a killer blow for Valencia, who've worked so hard. They've pushed and pressed Juventus so hard in the second half, trying everything they can to get a goal. But as Alcacer misses a chance, a golden chance for Valencia to be level, Juventus come up the other end and score. Great cross from Alexandro Benashia, however you say his name, with the header, came off the post. Maybe Leto had a hand in it as well with a save, but it was laid on the plate then as the ball came off the bar. Laid on the plate to Sami Khedira, the substitute, and that is surely, coming up to 77 minutes now. Sami Khedira has surely secured the 3 points for Juventus. A difficult one to take for Valencia. It's 2-0 to Juventus. But look at this on the added time with seconds to spare. Rodrigo lays it to Alcacer, and Alcacer has at least got something to show for Valencia in this Champions League match. Juventus gave the ball away again. Rodrigo crossed it, and Alcacer heads it in. It's too little too late with seconds to spare in this Champions League match. But at least Valencia have something to show, and Valencia on the score sheet in the Champions League for the first time in 3 years. And whether that's a bit of optimism for me, rounding the troops up, or maybe having a go because we scored far too late. And Alcacer scored, but it proves to be no use in the end as the full-time whistle goes. Valencia pushed and pressed Juventus. They put in a phenomenal effort, but once again, we had chances, but we just didn't take them. Valencia scored first with a phenomenal overhead kick from Douglas Costa after a Cristiano Ronaldo free kick. Of course, that was a chance we gave away, and Juventus certainly took that. We pushed and pressed him in the first half. We had chances, particularly 2 from Alcacer, but he didn't take it, and another chance from Andre Gomez. Then Juventus rounded it off with Sami Khedira scoring a decisive blow. Alcacer came out to score for Valencia in the end, but it did finish, sadly. Valencia 1, Juventus 2. But on to the final game of the episode, where the Valencia supporters are probably looking forward to most here at the Estadio della Ceramica. This is the Derby della Comunità. This is the fierce rivalry of Villarreal, the Yellow Submarines, versus the Bats of Valencia. This derby is also known as the Community Derby. As you can see by the table's little statistic, Valencia are the best defensive team in the league, first conceding just 2 goals. Real Madrid is second, also conceding 2 goals. And as you can see there by the lineup, you will see briefly, this secondary team is going to play in the biggest derby in Valencia so far. This is the game that one of the Valencia supporters cherish when they win, but also hate when they lose. As you can see for Villarreal's lineup, it's a 4-4-2. Javi Calarera or Calajay, however you say his name. He's gone for a 4-4-2 with Bacca and Moreno up top there. For Valencia, I decided to put the secondary team on. It is a bit of a gamble, I do admit, but I must remember that we must remember that the previous Valencia squad, the first team, as you most known it as, they've just played really tough matches at home against Real Betis and of course Real Madrid in the Champions League. So I thought, let's give this team another chance. They did play, and it was played in the other little derby, so to speak, where they lost 1-0 away against Levante in the kind of another local derby where Levante play in the same city as Valencia. On to the 10th minute now, and that's a great strike there from Villarreal, one of the Villarreal players. It was Gerard, and Ona had to make a save. His second start for the club, and maybe he can get his first clean sheet. And of course the secondary team want to try and get away from another derby with more anything other than a defeat. Bashiwai now, and that's a great save there from Barbosa, and I think that was Cheryshev with a good strike there. Bashiwai had the ball, passed it to Cheryshev, and Barbosa with a good save there. It's so poignantly balanced here in this derby. But now is a chance here for Wattis. He's been given the ball to. This is his chance to put Valencia in the lead, and he plays it over the bar. was his leader of the midfield. He was in the right place, right time, but the wrong player to take that opportunity. There goes the half-time whistle in the Derby della Comunità, or the Community Derby, or the Derby of the Community, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, nicely balanced here for the second half. Both teams creating chances, both teams not able to score. Half-time in the Derby della Comunità, it's Villarreal 0, Valencia 0. On to the 52nd minute now, and Villarreal have the ball and charging on the attack. Gerard Murillo tries to defend it away, but Gerard has a chance in towards Forales. 4-0 has scored the first goal in the Derby della Comunità. Villarreal lead Valencia 1-0 in the early stages of the second half. Valencia torn apart for the first time in the game. Gerard leaves the ball on a plate to Fornells with a beautiful strike into the bottom left or right corner of the net, and their manager celebrates. Well, we are not very pleased with that effort at all. And Pablo Fornells, his second goal in La Liga. Valencia are 1-0 down in the Derby della Comunità away at Villarreal. On to the 71st minute now, and they've got another chance in towards Carlos Becker. Good save from Honor, and Villarreal can't quite take that opportunity, and Valencia live to survive another day. On to the replay. Carlos Becker with a strike. The Valencia defenders not being awake and alert there. But on to the 79th minute now. We've got a chance with Denis Cheryshev charging down the left, and Victor Ruiz fires the ball wide. Farfran makes a mistake and gives it towards Mina, and it's gone in off the bar. It's gone in off the underside of the crossbar. Valencia are level in the Derby della Comunità. Mina has scored his first goal of the season for Valencia, and it's also the first time that the secondary team, or the reserves as you probably like to call them, have scored a goal in the career mode. And Valencia fight back. The Bats have teared a hole in the yellow submarine, and maybe could this be the start where Valencia can come back to maybe win against Villarreal? And I'm absolutely delighted that the secondary team have at last created a chance and have scored a goal as a result of it. And Valencia are level in the Derby della Comunità 1-1, but there goes the full-time whistle, and we couldn't quite get the result we wanted. The bragging rights in Valencia, and we played 2 derby games so far, one away at Levante and one here against Villarreal, and we lost against Levante, but at least we get a draw away at obviously our most fiercest rivals, Villarreal, here at the Estadio della Ceramica. And honours even in the Derby della Comunità. A good performance from the secondary team in the second half. It's finished Villarreal 1, Valencia 1. On to the La Liga Santander table then. Real Madrid are top with 5 games played, 5 wins, 11 goals scored, the best offensive record in the league, and have only conceded 2. That's also the best defensive record in the league. They have 15 points. Their main rivals, Atletico Madrid, are second with 14 points, 4 wins and 2 draws yet to be defeated. Real Sociedad are third, surprisingly, with 11 points, 3 wins, 2 draws and 1 defeat. Barcelona, the champions, are fourth with also 11 points. Getafe are surprisingly fifth with 10 points, 3 wins, 1 draw and 2 defeats. Sevilla are sixth, also with 10 points. Valencia move up to seventh with 8 points, 2 wins, 2 draws, 1 defeat, not too bad. Same points as Real Betis, who we beat in the first game of the episode. But as you can see for Valencia, we've only scored 5 goals. That is the lowest amount of goals scored in the top 10. But we have also we've only conceded 3 goals, which is the second, equal to second best defensive record in the league with Atletico Madrid. Let's take a look at the rest of the table then. Real Betis are 8th with 8 points. Eibar is 9th also with 8 points. Las Palmas complete the top 10 with 8 points. And even they have scored more goals than Valencia. 11th is Athletic Bilbao, who've had a bit of a struggling start. 2 wins, 1 draw, 1 defeat, and they have 7 points. Villarreal, our main rivals, are 12th with 7 points. Espanyol is 13th, also on 7 points. Girona are 14th with 6 points, 1 win, 3 draws and 2 defeats. Levante are 15th with 1 win, 1 draw and 3 defeats, 4 points. Then from 16th to 17th we got Alaves and RC Deportivo La Coruña, who are both on 3 points and conceding 10 goals. That's not good. 18th in the relegation zone is Celta Vigo, who have 2 points, yet to win a game, also with Alaves and Deportivo La Coruña. Celta Vigo have 2 draws and 3 defeats and 2 points. Lagunas 19th with also 2 points, conceding 11 goals and scoring 5. Conceding 11 goals and scoring 5. Malaga are dead bottom with 1 draw, 5 defeats, 4 goals scored. I think that is the the worst offensive record in the league, shared with Deportivo La Coruña. They've conceded 14 goals for worst defence in La Liga and have scored just 1 point and sit bottom of the La Liga table. They're not good for Malaga. And of course, Malaga, Deportivo La Coruña and Las Palmas, I obviously promoted them up to La Liga Santander because their stadiums are in the game. Let's take a look at the UEFA Champions League table for the bottom group. Is it Group H, I think? Yeah, Group H. Juventus are top, obviously, after beating Valencia 2-1 at the Mestalla. Manchester United, they beat BSC Young Boys away at their ground and sit second. BSC Young Boys are third. Valencia bottom of the group with 0 points. So yeah, we need to start registering some points on the board if we are to at least qualify for the Champions League knockout stages, or maybe the Europa League if worst comes to worst. Onto the calendar for the preview of episode 4. We will begin with La Liga Santander action at home to struggling side Celta Vigo at the Mestalla. Then we will be visiting Real Sociedad in more La Liga Santander action, where we'll be visiting Real Sociedad at the Anote Stadium. And then to conclude the episode, we will be commencing our second Champions League game of the season, where we will be away against Manchester United at Old Trafford, another tough assignment in the Champions League. So yeah, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe for the series. And also check out the other career modes I'm doing on FIFA 19 on my channel. And we'll see you in the next episode of the Valencia career mode. Take care.